Okay, greetings, Kiss Nation. This is going to be a Kiss topic. This is going to be an interesting Kiss topic. We're going to be reviewing and discussing all of Gene Simmons' set list that he's so far done, leading up to what he's currently done and what he's about to do. Um, I think this is going to be an interesting idea for a Kiss topic. So let's get to it. Um, the first one that he's done that I knew of but didn't really know what the set list was the July 3rd show, but he did it at another Rock and Brews in Milwaukee. So let's see what the show is. He opened up with Deuce, doing They Need to Shout Out Loud, do it I Love It Loud, did Are You Ready, the communication breakdown, which I think I've said in my other Gene Simmons setlist reviews that this is a common song to cover in like Kiss solo band shows. Paul did it in his '89 club tour, and this is a cool song. I have not seen footage or much footage from the Milwaukee Rock and Brews show. I feel like the only thing I have seen of it was War Machine and Deuce, and much like with the Crandon show that Kiss did during the End of the Road tour, um, I wish more footage would come out of this Milwaukee Rock and Brews concert that happened on July 3rd. And maybe, because I'm not looking anymore, maybe more footage has come out. But, you know, I don't know. When I last checked, not a lot has come out. Just Deuce, Shout Out Loud, and War Machine. Anyways, they did House of Pain, which is a Van Halen cover, but we're doing the Gene Simmons demo version from '76. Uh, we're doing Parasite, which that's cool. Weapons of Mass Destruction, which is a Gene Simmons song off of Asshole, which me and Kasami Things talked about that on a previous Kiss topic, podcast style video, which we just kind of talked about that song, talked about the album Asshole in general, and it's like it's cool. He's pulling out songs from his solo albums, like 781 and Asshole, which mostly he's pulling songs out from Asshole, which is cool. He didn't do that his first go round of shows, so it's cool he's doing it this time. Doing War Machine, which is one of the songs I have seen from the batch of footages. Ace of Spades, which has been like a main um, stayed in his set list. So I think it's kind of cool that Gene is covering Motorhead, and it's his drummer who's singing the song. Obviously, if you're doing Conductor Love, I love this song. I've always thought it was cool that Gene, out of all the Kiss songs that Gene has kept during his solo tours, I love it that Gene has kept Doctor Love. We got Cold Gen and Rock and Roll All Night. So this is actually a different set list um, that Gene has done up until this point. Gene has already done, the Ridgefield show and the Sao Paulo show. So this was for his first solo show. Um, Not bad. Gene did a really good job at mixing up the songs, and this is cool. On to his fourth show, which took place on July 27th in Finland. We got Deuce. Weapons of Destruction is now the second song. I love that switch up. We got War Machine being the third song. We got House of Pain being the fourth. We got Are You Ready, which, that's like at all the Gene shows I've seen, this is such an awesome, crowd chanter for Gene. I feel like Gene like has in Kiss, Gene has I Love It Loud as the crowd chanter, which he plays that right after Are You Ready, but like for his own solo song, Are You Ready is such an awesome crowd chanter to just chant in the crowd, Are You Ready? It's so fucking cool. Like I said, he does I Love It Loud after Are You Ready? Ace of Spades. Um, like I said, his drummer gets the vocals on that one. Also, does communication breakdown. Jason Walker. I think that's one of the guitar guys for for his band. Parasite. Never in my life. I've never heard that song before. which that's a mountain song. Never heard the band either. Um, Shout It Out Loud and Rock and Roll All Night. This is another good example of Gene spicing up the set list. Weapons of Mass Destruction being the second song on the set list, War Machine being the third, putting up a random ass song at the 10th spot. I've never heard of this band, and I never heard of this song, but if I heard this show and I've heard Gene do this song called Never in My Life, I'd be like, that's cool. I like that. Then we get to one of the shows I have seen footage of, Dalhalla, Sweden. And I got plenty to say about this one. We got Deuce being the first song. We got War Machine being the second. And this is one of the songs that I had like the biggest smile on my face. Almost Human. And a fan, like some girl got on stage in a homemade uh, 70 early 70s Kiss outfit. It looked like the outfit that Gene wore on the Mike Douglas show, and this was so fucking cool. You know that that she dressed up like literally like Gene. Her hair was done up like Gene, and she sang Almost Human. That was so fucking cool. And I bet you Gene was loving that also. Also, we got Are You Ready? We got Shut Out Loud. We got House of Pain. I Love It Loud. We're bringing on fans on the stage, which I love that. I love that Gene's bringing on fans to the stage to help him sing songs. Um, my mind still goes back to when he did in Lynn for that blind dude, Brian, and he sang Doctor Love. That was like, in my opinion, that's one of like the best performances that I've seen out of the original Gene Simmons band, and probably one of the best performances of Doctor Love, in my opinion. That dude kicked ass. That was so cool. We got Christine 16, or as Gene now calls it, Christine 60, to not get in trouble. We got Communication Breakdown. We got Cold Gin. We got Ace of Spades. Weapons of Mass Destruction. Parasite. Never in My Life. Calling Dr. Love. Love It in the Set List. And Rocker All Night. Which, for Rocker All Night, the Gene Simmons girl came back to sing Rock and Roll All Night. That was that was so cool. It also brought on some extra people on stage to help sing the song, but I I love the fact that Gene brought back the Kiss girl, as Gene called her, the Kiss girl. That was so cool. I love that. I love that. That was like solid. Next, we got another Sweden performance in Gothenburg. Once again, it's kind of like the same set list. Gene didn't really make a whole lot of changes, if any changes, to the set list. The one change that I did notice he did make was he added Charisma, which is a song he did play on his first go around of shows back in 2018 and 17, which it wasn't officially added to the set until 18. So it is cool to see Gene bring back Charisma. It is it because I feel like this song does sound cool live. And after that, they do Doctor Love and end it with Rock and Roll All Night. But other than that, besides they have Cold Gin, Weapons of Mass Destruction. It's like they didn't really add or do anything else different to the set list. Once again, on August 2nd, they're in Germany, and literally, it is the same set list as before. Nothing got switched around. Nothing got changed. It is the same. August 4th, Utrecht and Netherlands. Here's one that actually did get some switching around, and this is kind of cool. We got Deuce, War Machine, Are You Ready? Almost Human, well, partially. And you partially did I Was Made for Loving You. You did Going Blind, partially. You did She, partially. You did Shout It Out Loud. Um, this will make Xander happy. They sort of kind of did, they did a partial version of All the Way. Although we were talking about what songs Gene we would want Gene to cover on his tour. We were talking about this, and Xander said he would love it if they did All the Way, which they sort of kind of did here. It's partially. We were talking about if they would do like the stuff they did on Rock the Nation. Well, they sort of did. They did Going Blind, they did All the Way, and Love Her All I Can. Here we go, man. And then they did Charisma, which is at the 11th spot. That's interesting. We got House of Pain, and we got I Love It Loud. Then we got Weapons of Mass Destruction. We got Ace of Spades. We got Christine 16. And we got Lambaba, which I feel like Kiss and Gene always like to pull that one out. A lot of partial shit's being played here. We got Radar Love, Twilight Zone, Down on the Corner, Sunshine of Your Love. I know Kiss pulled this one out a lot. Like there's like a Tokyo show in '03 where Kiss pulled this one out back in Tokyo of '03. Like that was weird to hear, but like yeah, they did it. Tommy Faye, Peter Chris, and G. Simmons and Paul Stanley played Sunshine of Your Love. That's so weird. Then we got Cold Gin and Parasite. Watching You. God damn, they played Watching You. Holy shit. And Rock and Roll All Night. I would love it this to hear Gene Simmons play Watching You. Fuck yeah. Alright, then we do Oberhausen August 6th. And there's some switching up. Charisma is now the fourth song. Shout Out Loud is now the fifth. Um, Weapons of Mass Destruction is the ninth. They officially added Going Blind to the set list with Nothing to Lose, Cold Gin, And okay, this is kind of a short set list, but yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, we got for Luxembourg, we got Deuce, War Machine, Are You Ready? Charisma, Shout Out Loud, House of Pain, I Love It Loud, Christine 16. Gene Gene really loves playing that song. It's a good song. I wish Kiss played it more, especially during the end of the road. Kiss blew lots of chances to add more stuff to End of the Road, and I wish in like 2021 and 22 when they were back on tour, they could have added more songs. Like Christine 16, like Nothing to Lose, like Going Blind, stuff that fans like me and Kasami fans would know from like the Rock the Nation tour would know and love. But the one thing that got added from Rock the Nation was Making Love, so that's better than nothing. But I would have loved a whole lot more nuggets from Kiss rather than just one extra. But one's better than nothing. Ace of Spades plus guitar drum solo, Nothing to Lose. Calling Dr. Love snippets before. I don't know what that means, but hopefully that doesn't mean you just did a snippet of Dr. Love. That song deserves more than just a damn snippet. You did Going Blind. You did Sunshine of Your Love, which interesting. Watching You, Cold Gin, Rock and Roll All Night. That's a good set list. Never show them in Neverlands. Oh, really? Really, Gene? That's bold. You made War Machine the top number one song to open the show with. But then again, back in 2017 and 18, didn't Radioact. I remember one of Gene's early solo shows with his original band. He opened the show with Radioactive. So with Gene, any song could be the opening number. So we got Deuce, which is, in my opinion, the appropriate Kiss opener, and you know, like I like Truck City, but I think Deuce makes a better show opener. We got I Love It Loud, Shout It Out Loud, Ace of Spades. He must love Ace of Spades. Are You Ready? Which that's basically his solo show staple. Cold Gin, Doctor Love, House of Pain, Parasite, Going Blind. I love the fact that he added Going Blind to the set list. That is so cool. We got Charisma, Rock and Roll Night. So he's doing a minimum 14 songs. Okay, all right. We got one in Belgium on August 11th. Okay, now he flip flopped it back to Deuce. All right. Deuce, War Machine, Are You Ready? I Love It Loud. No Shout Out Loud this time. I feel robbed. We got Ace of Spades, House of Pain, Parasite, Weapons of Destruction. Did he cut Going Blind? Now I feel sad. Cold Gin, Charisma, Dr. Love, and Rock and Roll. Oh, he shortened it to 12 songs now. But he proceeded, or proceeded by the bass riff intro to Unholy. Oh, interesting, Gene. All right, we got Deuce, we got War Machine, Are You Ready? I Love It Loud, Ace of Spades, with guitar and drum solo, House of Pain, Shout It Out Loud, Parasite, Colgin, Charisma, Doctor Love, and Rock and Roll Night. Now it's 13 songs, making it somewhat longer. Now we're into a more recent show, Madrid, that happened on the 14th. We got Deuce, War Machine, Lumbaba, which he brought some girls onto the stage for during Lumbaba. Then Are You Ready? Which he brought some girls, he brought some kids on to do Are You Ready? And the girls absolutely blew their chances to sing. They did not sing the chorus. Now the kids, I'm gonna give them a free pass because they were kind of nervous, but the girls, no, they when Gene brings on anyone on the stage, it's kind of like a hit or miss. So far, the only one that kind of impressed me on bringing on people on the stage was the girl dressed up like vintage 70s Gene Simmons. I mean, that's really all. That's really the only one that impressed me. And he brought some people on to Do I Love It Loud with. But he went into Ace of Spades. Did a Shout Out Loud. Did Parasite, Colgin, Charisma. This one threw me to fuck off. Why is Gene doing Shock Me? Of all songs, Shock Me? Really? It's like that one confused the hell out of me. Why am I hearing Gene Simmons solo band do Shock Me? But hey, whatever. It was cool. It was interesting. Something you can say if you left a concert. I heard Gene Simmons play Shock Me. Then they did Dr. Love, Rocker All Night, and yeah, so Shocking wasn't on the set list, but they just kind of did it on a whim. It's kind of cool though. Now here's one that happened also recently in Italy. Um, Kind of the same set list though, than what happened in Madrid. He did bring some people on to sing "Are You Ready?" He did bring people on to sing "I Love It Loud," and I felt like the he he brought on some girl to sing. He brought some kids on to sing "Are You Ready?" And I felt like the Italian kids, did it much better than what happened in Madrid. That was just uh, like I said, when Gene brings people on, it's hit or miss. And I feel like the people he brought on for "I Love It Loud" kind of worked. But other than that, it's basically the same ending half as Madrid. Now we're leading up to where there's no set list for it now, but tonight Gene has like another U.S. state at the Rivera Theater, North Tonawanda, New York. So this kind of makes me hope that that there will be more U.S. states. Obviously, Gene picked New York. It's his home state in the U.S. because that's where Kiss formed up in New York. But I do hope Gene does more U.S. dates rather than just uh, spur of the moment U.S. Shows. But yeah, we kind of reviewed all the you we did review all the set lists up until tonight's show. And what do I think about how Gene did the set list? I think Gene uh, added a lot of cool songs and handled them pretty well. I mean, he dropped in some snippets of "Going Blind," "Love Her All I Can," and then apparently the reception was pretty good. He said, "Let's add in Going Blind into the set list," and I thought that was pretty cool. It's a shame he took it out, but maybe someday he'll put it back in. Maybe someday I hope he'll add in all the way, the full song, not just the snippet. And I hope someday he'll add in "Love Her All I Can," but just if he added in snippets of those songs, I hope someday, he'll get the idea to add in like more of those Kiss nuggets from like the Rock the Nation stuff, like "Love Her All I Can" all the way, and maybe "Tonight's That Night." I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of set list he'll have for tonight. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this topic. I kind of thought this would be like a good topic, just to be discussing all of Gene's set list up until now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, I'll see you around. See ya.